Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Great to have you. 888-900-3393. Yesterday, Artemis 1 was launched, of course. If you ever wanted to see, and who hasn't, what a rocket launch looks like on water vapor imagery, oh, man. How many times have you thought, man, if I could just see all of this on water vapor imagery?
Oh, every day I think that.
Here's your big chance, because this is what it looks like.
Look at that. Wow. There it was. It's cool, right?
That's it.
See, look, there's Florida. See,
really
can you see
cool.
Florida on the left?
I can see
okay.
Florida.
And it's coming at you. And then
Florida's actually on the right, on my screen, right? Isn't it?
Oh.
It's over there, which is my right. But
wow.
That's water vapor imagery?
Yeah,
I didn't
cool,
even
right?
know there was such a thing. How do we know this isn't just CGI?
Oh, no.
How do you know it's not?
I thought Cape Canaveral was on the Atlantic side. Right? Thank you. See, I just got confirmation.
Okay, well,
That
from that image, from the water vapor imagery, Florida was on my right.
all right.
That's right.
I don't know. Okay.
All right. Well, wow, that was impressive.
But you're thinking CGI because it's just too cool to be real.
Yeah. That's it. Exactly.
Oh, look at this. We got Pelosi's going to announce her future today because she's been fired.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Well, she's been fired from her speakership.
Because she said, what was that, a year or two ago? Maybe it was longer than that. She had no interest in serving if she wasn't going to be speaker.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No.
Am I just, is that a fever dream that I had?
Oh, my gosh. That's a problem. If you're dreaming about Nancy Pelosi. Ooh.
That's a bad thing. Yeah,
that's
a really bad
thing. Time to call a shrink.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, this will be interesting.
But she is, so it is official. Finally, like CNN, I think, has called it. They don't have the count anymore because they don't like the count, so they're not going to show it to you. NBC has called it. Other outlets have all
so
called
yesterday
it for 219
right.
to 205, I think, right now. And there's still some outstanding.
Yeah, yesterday I got a lot of notifications. Remember how I told you, I just got the one.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's real.
And we went ahead and declared it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it actually did happen. So Republicans at 219 now. So they don't have the slimmest of majority. It's a little more than that.
Wow, I haven't seen 219. I've seen 218 everywhere. But that's good.
Some are predicting 221 is where they're going to end up. So we'll see.
All right.
I mean, they got the majority.
There's like 11 or 12 races still counting. So
yeah. And Nancy Pelosi is not going to be the Speaker of the House. That's really the important thing.
That's the takeaway.
That's my takeaway. Mm-hmm. I am really psyched about that. Even if it has to be Kevin McCarthy. Jeez. I don't understand why we can't do better. Why can't we do better than that? Come on.
And we're going to talk later about the whip position and how the Republicans screwed up that vote.
Oh, really?
A couple days ago.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you what. It's funny.
It would be funny if it wasn't so important.
Yeah. No.
It just is, though. It just is this important. And they're not good. Republicans are just not good at this. I don't know why. I don't know how. And it's interesting because when you hear Democrats talk about Republicans, well, they're the ones who are always planning so far ahead. They're the ones who are so good at it.
I laugh every time I hear that.
What are you talking about?
Every time.
What? They're the worst. They're the absolute miserable worst. And they have no plan. And they took the House by the skin of their teeth. And I will say, I remember a while ago when people were saying, this is probably a year ago, it looks like the Republicans could regain the House, but the Senate wasn't likely. And really, that's what happened. We just got too excited as time went on, and it looked like maybe the Senate was in play. But it turned out it wasn't, I guess. So that's the way I'm going to look at it. Just move on from this vote, and let's look toward 2024, because in the Senate in 2024, it's really favorable to Republicans.
Okay, don't start. Don't do that.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
All right.
Wait and see.
So we're at 50-49 in the Senate. Democrats have the 50, and then we have the Herschel Walker, Raphael Warnock race.
Yep.
And
December 6th.
yeah, I think to your point, Democrats are more organized. They're. I think that if this helps one side or the other, being that it's already determined, I think it's Democrats because they know how to harvest ballots.
Yeah, right. They're going to cheat. And they already have control of it, so whatever. But Biden out in the foreign territories. He's in Asia right now, and man, is he bad.
What do you mean,
He's just so
Joe Biden?
stupid and so out of it that he keeps showing his notes. He keeps showing, the little cheat sheets he has. He has to talk about them. He has to show them. And he showed them again.
Yeah, it shows how bad he is, or how bad off he is that his staff has to do this stuff. It's so specific with the instructions.
Can you read it?
Oh, sure.
The detailed notes, again, yesterday at the G20.
All right, let's see what we got here. You, President Widodo, Prime Minister Kishida, will take a photo directly before the event starts.
Okay.
You will. I got
Meaning Joe, of course, because,
hang on.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
You will sit at the center, front tables alongside President Widodo and President von der Leyen. Photos will be taken of the leaders seated around the table. President Widodo delivers remarks 5 minutes and introduces you. All caps. You will deliver opening remarks 5 minutes. Then introduce President von der Leyen. See next page for opening remarks.
Oh my gosh, I want to see how. I bet they write
How
word
great
for
is
word,
that?
word for word what he says there.
I'll bet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He can't ad lib at this point. Also at the G20 yesterday, Chinese President Xi Jinping apparently was dressing down Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He didn't appreciate the private conversation details being leaked to the press, and that's exactly what Trudeau did. I don't know why I shortened his name there for a second.
What is that?
That was weird. Huh. That was really weird.
Doe.
So here's the two of them speaking. Jinping is dressing him down in Chinese, and he's got
It
a little
loses a
translation
little something
there.
with the translator, though.
It
You know,
does.
you really
Yeah,
want
it
to
does.
sock it to him, and then you got to wait.
Yep.
Everything we discuss is then leaked to the paper. That's not appropriate.
It's not appropriate. Leak it to the
而且我
paper.
们也不是那样进行的，对吧？
And that's not how the way the conversation was
Not
conducted.
how the conversation was
咱们就
conducted.
以互相尊重的态度来进行很好的沟通，
If there is
否则这个结果就不好说了。
if
In
there is
Canada, we
sincerity
believe
on
in
your part,
free and open and frank dialogue. And
Free and open and frank dialogue.
Continue to look to work constructively together, but there will be things we
disagree.
disagree on. And we
Blah,
will
blah, 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 blah.
创造条件，创造条件。
let's create the conditions first.
好。
At least they shake hands,
Oh, that's cute.
and they both go their separate
And
ways.
like Trudeau has this long walk, tries to act like, okay, now he's got to
Yeah.
go and find out, okay, how did this happen?
Man. You know what? The world leaders should have to learn each other's language because losing it in the translation like that just that sucks. Either everybody learns English, or everybody who speaks English has to learn Chinese.
You
and-
concerned me for a moment there, because if a politician has to learn every language, then we have the Antichrist. Am I right? So, but English,
at
just
least
learn
it'll be
English.
obvious.
Yes.
right? The guy who knows every language, that's your guy.
Watch him. Watch him.
Look for the sixes on his head.
Oh boy. Okay, so English though.
Yeah.
You got to learn.
Everybody
English.
speaks English. Jinping, everybody. And really, aren't they kind of supposed to? Yeah, I think they're supposed to.
Supposed to.
English is the international language of business. English and French
Still?
are the international languages, yes.
We hope, right?
They are.
It's. I mean, the
They just
U.S.
still are. I mean, that may change someday, but right
real
now...
soon, because the U.S. dollar is already losing its reserve status for the world. We have BRICS now,
Yeah.
And we've got what is that? 5 countries there: China, Russia. What would it be? Probably Brazil. I don't know.
It's interesting though the dollar keeps
India.
going up against the other currencies. But things are just so messed up right now. There's nothing you can really count on and say, well, if this happens, then that's also going to happen. It's not like that now. Like, if we're in a recession, the stock market is not going to perform. Well, that's not necessarily true, because the stock market seems to be artificially propped up right now, as is the U.S. dollar. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You could put all your money into FTX.
Right? Yeah, that'd be a good move.
FTT coin.
That'd be a great move.
Oh, boy, we got an update on that story later.
Unreal. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in the world of FTX. I mean, they were just really set up to launder money for the Democrat Party. That's what I think is going on there. Mm-hmm. And this weird little guy who's 30 years old that was the beneficiary of this. And now he's saying he's going to get all his billions back.
He hopes.
We'll see. We'll see.
He can hope.
So yesterday, the World Government Summit met at the G20, and they titled their own video, "Are we ready for a new world order?"
Wow.
They just don't care.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Because YouTube flagged their video. And YouTube was like, whoa, what's this New World Order stuff? And
because they are trying to shut down the conspiracy,
right? And
right.
And what was the definition that YouTube put underneath the video as a disclaimer? Something like the New World Order is a conspiracy theory, which hypothesizes a secretly emerging totalitarian world government. So they had to put the disclaimer. Okay.
On the WEF and the G20's own video.
I mean, that's what they titled it. And then when you hear some content from this event, you're like,
amazing.
Okay,
right.
Conspiracy no more.
Right.
And so this guy here, you start to play the clip there. This is what, the health minister from Indonesia, is that right? And because he's going to tell us about vaccine passports, and we need a digital health certificate. If you want to be able to, we just talked about the Antichrist, right?
Yeah.
If you want to be able to conduct business and move about freely, well, he's got an idea for you guys. Here we go.
Gosh.
So let's have a digital health certificate acknowledged by WHO.
No.
If you have been vaccinated or tested properly, then you can move around. So for the next pandemic, instead of stopping the movement of the people 100%,
shut up.
which clogged the economy globally, you know, you can still provide some movement of the people. Indonesia has achieved, G20 country has agreed to have this digital certificate using WHO standard, and we will submit into the next the World Health Assembly in Geneva as the revision to international health regulation. So hopefully for the next pandemic, we can still see some movement of the people, some movement of the goods, and movement of the economy.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you tell us how we can move about the world? That'd be great.
Go make the sex with yourself, sir. Not happening. No vaccine passports, no digital health certificate.
I love that expression.
No.
Go make the sex with yourself.
I'm sorry. Stop it. These guys are cultists, period.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Do we have Klaus from the G20? Because he acted like...
He was there.
He was... Not only was he there, he was in charge of all the world leaders. I mean, they genuflect to that guy. It is chilling what kind of power the WEF has right now. The WEF is the New World Order. That is the New World Order.
Oh, disclaimer.
And he is at the head of it.
YouTube, put a disclaimer on this.
A world order, New World Order is a conspiracy theory by right-wing kooks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they put it on their own video.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy theory. Shut up.
I mean, and how eager are they when they talk about, we got the next pandemic coming. We got to be ready for it with this little way to track people.
Hey, how do you know the next pandemic is coming? We haven't had one since 1918 until 2019, okay? That's why they call it COVID-19 because it came in 2019. That was over 100 years between pandemics. So there should be another 100 years before the next one, unless you're about to release it.
Yeah, and this is one thing that I've noticed in all of these one world government types. When they talk about pandemics now in the future, they no longer say if there is another pandemic.
Right.
They're constantly saying when the next pandemic comes. Because they know something.
That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, is that they do know something.
I mean, they practiced for what COVID became just a few months before that. I'm looking.
Yeah.
He's talking about Geneva. Oh, dear God. I was like, he mentioned, hopefully by the time we get together at Geneva, we'll have, I couldn't understand his broken English there, which, by the way, kudos to him, right? See, he learned.
Right.
Geneva, November 16th through 18th. So
November 16th through, we got another one already?
Hold on, that's what we're at right now. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
That's what we're at now. I'm trying to find when this, I don't know. I'm trying to find out when the next freaking get-together
The next
is for
big
these freaks.
Yeah. Well, there's the G20. There's also the G8.
When is their next one?
So, could happen at any time. In the meantime, let me tell you about how to protect your savings, about how to protect your investments. We've been brainwashed into believing the only way to grow our money for retirement is to risk it in the stock market. I think you've seen that's not true. I mean, it's not even smart anymore. You can reach your financial goals and dreams without taking any unnecessary risk. Do you really control your retirement money? If you've got a 401k or an IRA or similar retirement plan, the government controls it. It's just that simple. Now, try Bank on Yourself. It's a better way to grow and protect your hard-earned money. The retirement plan alternative has never had a losing year in over 160 years. You owe it to yourself to at least look into it. Give it a try. You've got guaranteed predictable growth and retirement income. No luck, no skill, no guesswork required. Your plan doesn't go backward when the markets tumble. Both your principal and growth are locked in. Tax-free retirement income. You'll know what your tax rate will be in retirement. It'll be 0. Under current tax law, which protects you from the coming tax tsunami, which they're trying to bring about. You'll get that peace of mind. Maybe the best reason of all. You'll know the minimum guaranteed value of your retirement savings on the day you plan to tap into them and at every point along the way. So, you can get a free report with all the details on how the Bank on Yourself strategy adds, guarantees, predictability, and control to your financial plan. Just go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed. That's bankonyourself.com/unleashed. So when's the next One World Order meeting?
Okay. There's several in Geneva.
I mean, like the next G8 or G20. That's what I meant.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that there's several working groups going to get together here
good.
in December,
I love working
January,
groups.
February. Because that's where the UN hangs out. So I don't know which meeting he's talking about, but I mean, the timeline is rapidly speeding
Approaching.
up.
Yeah. Yep.
They got plans for us, man.
So here's some of the things they discussed at the G20's forum, at the World Government Summit, whatever they called this thing. Oh, it's the G20. But international vaccine passports, digital health certificates. We had the minister. Whose minister was that guy?
Indonesia's health minister.
Explaining it all. Yeah, that's what we need is Indonesia's health minister telling us what we're going to need to move around the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're still. If you think that the world's elite are going to let the vaccine thing go.
Oh, it's clear they're not. It's clear. They keep talking about it. They keep showing us that they've got no intention of letting this go. It's just been too good for them and their control. Look how much freedom that we lost in the last 2.5 years. It's really incredible when you think about it. Some people couldn't even open their businesses for a while. They controlled your movement across the country by telling you couldn't fly unless you wore a mask. You couldn't go to school unless you wore a mask. What's it going to be like next time? Next time it'll be even worse.
And remember the xenophobic policies of this administration that continue to say foreigners who aren't vaccinated aren't allowed in the United States. Now, you can be an illegal alien and come into the United States
Not a
without being
problem.
vaccinated or even tested for COVID.
Sure.
But if you try to come in legitimately,
Crazy.
sorry.
Doesn't that make sense? That makes sense, right?
So obvious what they're
Speaking
doing.
of everything going on in the world, we've got Russia and Ukraine. We've got China encroaching on Taiwan. They're trying to scare the crap out of Taiwan and make the rest of the world nervous and destabilize the world's situation. And of course, we've got North Korea, who wants attention now too.
Yeah, don't forget about us, bro.
They just fired a ballistic missile. I guess today,
Overnight,
our
yeah,
time,
yeah.
Thursday, their time, that landed in waters just east of the Korean Peninsula. Not far from Seoul.
Okay.
Oh, but that makes everybody really, really comfortable. That's great.
Don't forget about us. We matter too.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just reminding, hey, we're dangerous too. And you don't want to forget that we could ruin everything. We could start World War III too, just like Russia could. Okay, great. Thank you for that reminder. Wow. In Maricopa County, the county in Arizona that assured us
That's right. They were so confident.
leading up to Election Day, they kept saying, okay, we're all set. We're completely ready now. The machines are ready to go. They're
Yeah.
flawless.
There's some attitudes in the Maricopa County Elections Office, whether it shows up on Twitter or before the election, where they're talking about the machines and
Yeah, so then what happened on Election Day?
yeah, remember right off the bat,
Right
we had
off
the people
bat.
waiting, and then the machines weren't reading and all that stuff. I mean, that continued, and then you couldn't extend the voting.
Right.
The judge refused to.
They wouldn't. And all they asked for was 3 more hours. So just make close the voting polls at 10 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock.
Nah.
Nope. Sorry.
Because a lot of people had to
why?
come back, and I don't know that they necessarily did.
Right.
And my gosh, that race is so tight. But somebody sent us this video from inside one of the voting precincts of what was happening with the machines. Remember, 1 in 4 of the ballots were rejected, and they said, just put it in box 3, and we'll read it later. Will you? Okay, watch this guy.
Which one's been working better? Which one's working better?
Pathetic.
That's right. Yeah, I thought so.
I'm not distrusting though.
Thanks.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, doesn't like it already.
Doesn't like it.
Keep pushing, it'll grab it.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay. And then, spits it right back out.
Can I come over here now? Sure. It's never going to
Now listen to the lady.
His just did. Guy in front of you.
Oh, really? It didn't work here and it did there?
No, it worked here the first time. Probably voted for the wrong person.
There you go. You voted for the wrong person.
That's not the that works. You can put it in here, it'll be counted tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
The guy said that.
Okay, yeah, I can put it in there, and it'll just be counted tonight.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Be counted tonight. What's
See,
the problem?
it's that kind of garbage that puts doubt in our mind.
And so that's the kind of thing I was referencing the other day, where a guy did put his ballot in, box 3 or what have you, and then quickly checked online, and it said his vote had been counted. He's like, what the hell? No, it's in this box that's going to be counted tonight. How could it already show up on the website? I mean, this is seriously a banana republic. This is insanity. And this next clip we got of this one voter in Maricopa County who showed up at the, I don't know, what was a Board of Elections or whatever, the county folks there.
Yeah, the county board of supervisors.
Supervisor, there we go. He was not happy. I love this guy so much. Watch him.
Good morning. Once again, the eyes of the world are upon Maricopa County for another botched election. Am I here to accuse you of stealing the vote? Heavens no, for that would make me a terrorist, wouldn't it? Let me ask you, If you took your life savings to a bank and the teller put them in a machine and the machine kicked out 1 out of 4 of your bills and the teller said, "Don't worry, we'll put them in box 3 over here and we'll let you know how many were in there later. We'll send them off to a separate location and someone will be sure to get back to you and tell you how much
Good
money
analogy.
you have." Would you be
Like
okay
that.
with that?
I like it.
No, you would not be okay with that. Now ask yourself the question.
Okay.
Which is more valuable, your vote or your money? Now ask a
Kinda
lobbyist
tied in,
that
actually.
same question. Now ask a campaign manager that question. Now ask Mark Zuckerberg that question. Which is more valuable, your money or your vote or your country or this world or the corruption that is taking over every single county in this nation? And then you look into your own soul and you look back at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are the cancer that is tearing this nation apart. Good day.
Thank you.
Good day.
I feel his pain.
That man is us.
I think we all feel his pain. It's so frustrating, and it should not be happening in this country. And they created it. They try to turn this around on, oh, you're an election denier. Yeah, why? It's because of all the irregularities, and we never see it through to fruition. We don't get to see what process or what changes you've made. What is the process? What changes have you made? Let's see it. Show us. Help us to understand that this is a free and fair election. Of course, we've got questions. Look at all the weird things that are going on. The drop boxes, the mail-in ballots. None of this stuff was an issue 4 years ago. And now all of it is. All of it.
Yeah. Katie Hobbs, no wonder she didn't need to debate.
Yeah, she already knew. I don't have to try to beat this incredibly eloquent, well-spoken, well-thought-out candidate. I'm just going to let it ride and beat her anyway. 50.3. Here's 99% of the vote in.
Okay.
Hobbs, 50.3. Lake, 49.7. Wow. It's 0.6.
Yeah.
0.6 of a point. A difference of 17,200 votes.
17,200 votes. And
With more than 27,000 still to be counted.
Yeah, so I checked my math. Obviously, that's a disclaimer on the show, Keith Math. All right, so if it's 27,000, she would need to win 22,000, Lakewood,
Yeah.
and then that'd be 5,000 for Hobbs.
They've essentially declared that
So
impossible already.
80% of the vote would need to go to
Her
Lake.
way.
Now, there's going to be a recount, right? If it's
I think
within
it's automatic.
if it's within, has to be within half a point.
It's 0.6, so maybe there won't be.
Oh, God, I can't.
I guess after the 27,000 are counted, maybe it could be within half a point.
Let's hope.
I don't know. We missed a golden opportunity there to
Or
have
was it
somebody
taken
really
from
good
us?
in office.
Or was it taken from us?
Yeah.
And
I
you
don't
talked
know.
about the mailboxes and stuff. I find this ironic from the Postal Service ahead of the holidays.
They said avoid.
I thought I put a landmine story in there for you.
Avoid using blue mail drop boxes around the holidays. Yeah, see, this didn't matter for your vote.
Exactly.
But it really matters for your Christmas presents.
I swear, man,
okay?
if that PS5 game doesn't show up, I'm going to be pissed. But, my vote, I can leave that in here.
This is from the United States Postal Inspection Service. Officials released a warning telling customers to reconsider using their large blue collection boxes, at least around the holiday season. USPIS says reports of mail fraud and theft have been increasing year-round, but they tend to peak during the holidays. Oh, and election season.
Election day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. USPIS said in a statement, with the internet and social media connections, groups of criminals now liaison with one another across the country to coordinate strategic targeting of post office collection boxes. But that can't happen during the election.
No.
Service says that if you do want to use the blue collection box for your package, try to use it before the last collection day to reduce the amount of time your package is sitting there unprotected.
Your vote's, though, safe, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your vote is safe.
Yeah. This can't happen in the election.
Yeah.
Just with Christmas presents. Yeah, don't worry about it, though. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Unleashed.
You can go to Pat Unleashed if you'd like to tweet at us. 888-933-93 is the number to call if you'd like to speak with us. But Spicy McCagus tweets, if Nancy doesn't serve anymore, I see her getting a lucrative endorsement deal for Tito's handmade vodka.
Oh, not if I get there first.
From Dump Romney, Utah. Remember when the media was so embarrassed by Trump when he went international? Yet this idiot, Joe Biden, fills them with pride.
Yeah.
Dear Kevlar Cougar fan, one of these days, Joe Biden is going to show his notes to everyone. It's not going to be his notes. It'll be the nuclear codes or some top secret information. Carl Smith says, I wonder if just for fun, somebody on Joe's staff has been putting randomly look around and say, don't jump at the top of page 2 of his notes. Or shake hands with the air. You shake hands with the air.
Oh.
That'd be great. For some reason, they have to emphasize to him and do it in all caps that this is about you. So you and these other leaders will then stand up and take a photo. He just can't do these things on his own. Nope. He can't do it.
Pathetic.
From Johnny Ringo. Odd. Seems like absentee voters have more voting rights and accommodations than actual voters. That does seem odd, doesn't it? And also this from, I don't know, somebody.
I think our ink is on the
Yeah,
printer.
the ink is going away.
Yeah, that's
and it's
what
not
was,
helpful to me. Yeah.
Fix it, Martin.
Have the video of the tabulations, ballot counts increasing by themselves been explained?
I've seen that.
Or debunked?
That was here in Dallas County, and they had.
And it was explained or debunked?
I don't know. No, I don't know either of those. I just know that the video shows we've wrapped up voting for the day, and then someone's rolling with their phone, and everybody around them at their vote tabulator machines are like, hey, my tally just went up. Oh, yeah, mine went up by 1,200 votes. Mine went up by 200 votes.
How is that happening?
Yeah.
How's that happening?
I don't know. But
you know, people are worried about shenanigans in Brazil, too. Brazil just had a massive election, and the socialist who used to run the country won again, supposedly, over Bolsonaro.
He's already traveling the world saying, Brazil's back, baby, environmental, here we go.
Oh, my gosh.
It's gross.
So the Marxists have taken over, but the people are disputing it. Brazilians aren't necessarily inclined to accept this. Check this out. Now, we've been looking around because they always say,
yeah, that's not from this. That's from a soccer match in 2002.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. And so this video that you're about to see is the crowd protesting there. Remember?
Protesting the election.
Yeah, Lula over Bolsonaro. I think he had 50.9% of the vote. So when you see a video like this and it says, our media isn't covering this, which is fact, and, you have to be skeptical. I found an Associated Press debunking article of a photo. Said this is from 2016. And I forgot what it was. It a soccer match? I don't know. But it wasn't this.
It's a different photo.
It's a different photo.
Yeah.
And this photo, or this video, there's a photo of it on a PBS story that I found. And
okay.
And so the PBS story, there was another detail there that, it said tens of thousands have showed up to protest.
But look at this.
Look at this video.
I mean,
it's
look
definitely
at the
tens
mass
of thousands
of humanity.
This is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's gigantic. CBS would say,
over 1,000 people showed up.
yeah, technically that's true. Look at that. That has to be in the millions. Hundreds of thousands at least. Hundreds, not tens.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a huge area. And it's jam-packed with Brazilian citizens protesting.
And what they're protesting is
First of all, they voted electronically.
Yeah, okay.
Gee, what's up?
Huh.
And apparently, I was reading where there were over 100 boxes or something, or 100 tabulations that had 100% of the vote for Lula.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I mean,
100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's a town that's really
Yeah.
committed to Marxism.
Uh-huh.
That went all in for him.
Yeah, what are the odds that everybody in a certain precinct votes a certain way? Everybody in lockstep, 100%.
And there, that crowd there, some people, I was reading quotes from some people, they've been standing there for over 2 weeks now. What?
Oh my gosh, what?
This is the kind of stuff that we see happen in other parts of the world, whether it's lockdown mandates, vaccine mandates, or disputed elections, and we're like, man, we should do that. Yeah, sure should do that, because I'm pissed. What time's the kickoff?
Yeah.
I'm just as guilty as anyone.
Me too. Yep. We are as Americans because our life has been so good. We're just not prone to do this kind of stuff. That's not in our DNA.
Yeah, well, it might.
It needs to get
end
into
up
our DNA.
being a necessity.
Yeah, it might.
really soon.
Also, the New York Fed has launched a 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks.
It's terrifying.
What does that mean? The Federal Reserve of New York's Innovation Center, or NYIC, announced that it would be launching a 12-week proof of concept pilot for a central bank digital currency, or CBDC.
Yeah, here we go. Here's your cashless society.
I'm sure it's not the mark of the beast, though, right? I'm sure it's not.
Roaring down the tracks at us, man. We're about 3 months from this thing getting wrapped up, and then they'll say, yep, that worked out great. Let's go.
The Fed said the program would explore the feasibility of interoperable networks of central banks, wholesale digital money, and commercial bank digital money operating on a shared multi-entity distributed ledger.
Terrifying. You want digital currency? You want them to be able to shut off access to your funds just like that? All right, here we go.
Digital angel. It's not the mark of the beast. Federal regulators in the United States have not reached any consensus
no.
on whether to launch a digital dollar in the country, but agencies and those in the private sector have been exploring the possibility. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Terrifying.
And then one day we'll just hear, yeah, they decided to do this. So it starts tomorrow. Starts later this afternoon. And it'll be too late. So this is the time to make your feelings known. And say a big fat no to this.
Maybe we should show up at the Capitol, like the people in Brazil there.
Yeah.
Be like, no digital anything. Yeah, what time's kickoff again? I got a game to watch. If we could schedule this protest for,
I know,
like the weekend.
Pathetic of us, but that's where we are. That's where we are, because we've lived these sweet lives of liberty. And now it's starting to be ripped out of our hands, and we're not used to trying to stop that. We just got so comfortable in our Americanism that we never thought we'd have to do this.
We're the comfortable generation.
Uh-huh. And the comfortable nation, too. Because other nations, you know, they've had to fight hard for their liberty. They've had to struggle against oppressive governments. We really haven't. Also, things got awkward during a Twitter Spaces conversation with Hunter Biden on Tuesday.
Hang out and chat about stuff.
I love those. I love the Twitter Spaces.
So tell us, like,
conversations.
what Twitter Spaces conversation have you enjoyed the most in your time on the old?
most?
Yeah, because I know you just drop in and out of them.
I do, yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah. I like the ones about climate change. I love those.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And the border, how it's closed and secure.
Secure
I love
border.
That. I love that.
Twitter Space. Yeah, so this is, they're talking about NFTs and they're talking about Hunter Biden's art, which is just so lovely. Am I right?
No, you're right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
somebody asked a bad question, though,
well, yeah,
didn't
so the host was told going in, no questions about politics. And after this happened, the host of this said, man, I'll never make that mistake again. I'm sorry. But yeah, somebody asked a question of Hunter Biden in the world of politics, I guess.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, Donald, going off of the FTX
thing.
FTX.
The former CEO of FTX, Sam Bankman, was the second largest donor to Democrats this cycle. So, Hunter, I was wondering if you had any insights to what was going on there.
That's a fair question.
I don't think we want to get into politics at this call. I think that a lot of business leaders in FTX, I think they give to both parties. They're trying to influence bills, but
like $1.50 to the Republicans.
I don't know. Actually, keep an eye on Mitch McConnell, y'all.
My God.
Yeah, keep an eye on Mitch McConnell, because I saw a thing yesterday that says he might have gotten quite a bit from FTX.
Really?
So let's keep an eye on him too. But yeah, that was an interesting question. Got him kicked right out the space. Yeah, so.
And it wasn't even a provocative question.
Softball.
Yeah. It didn't ask him about his cocaine or snorting coke off the bellies of hookers or the amount of times the guy's been naked.
With his sister-in-law.
Yeah. Or anybody else.
Anyone.
Seriously, he invited, one of those is, I saw a rundown of one of those videos, and they said that during it, he called a friend of Hallie's and had her come over.
Oh, God.
As soon as she gets there, she comes out near the pool, and he gets naked. Slides down the water slide naked. I don't know.
Yeah, but
so weird.
To that question there of, hey, Hunter, do you have any insight? They probably, I was going to say.
They give to both parties.
Probably cut him out of the loop by then. They knew he was a liability to the party. But there was this, the CEO, Ken Griffin, was actually asked at some, some conversation on stage. And he was talking about how, Sam had SBF had there was a ledger that said Trump lose. So there was a column where they basically would gather up that money to use against to defeat Republicans and Trump and all that stuff. And the guy didn't even ask a follow-up. He's like, well, I guess we probably shouldn't be talking about that right now. Maybe some other time. No, let's talk about this. The media's doing everything they can to bury the story.
Well, it's my understanding, Keith, that FTX is bipartisan. They give to both parties.
That's your understanding?
Yeah, that's my understanding, is that they give to both parties. And so that's a non-issue. I'm not even going to go down that road. Don't go there.
This money has it's going to get traced back if someone really tracks all this. And there's and Elon Musk even said, man, you sure are seeing FTX being looked at and analyzed a lot better on Twitter than anywhere else. And he's right. And thank goodness that he's in charge of it right now, as opposed to if this story broke 2 months ago.
You'd be banned for talking about it.
Correct.
Probably.
And this family is so dirty, and this money that was invested has done so much harm for our country. It's his dad, SBF's dad, has worked hand in hand with Elizabeth Warren to go after cryptocurrency through legislation. His brother was part of the group that tried to debunk ivermectin being effective. I mean, this money has done so much. You got to track this stuff, and people are, and I'm thankful for them. They're out there. So we'll see. I hope this gets legs, but
me too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Trying.
Yeah, we'll see. If anybody doesn't know the FTX collapse, just show them this meme. It kind of explains it pretty well.
Communicating memes, y'all.
There it is.
There it is.
A little
Perfect.
circle of life
That's
right there.
Perfect. That is effectively what the title of this show was earlier this week. I mean, we said your taxes to Washington, to Ukraine, to FTX, and then to Democrat
and then right
campaigns.
back to Democrats and Joe Biden.
There you go, yeah.
Perfect.
I'm a little disturbed, though, of the latest development on this story that involves a possible sex tape that might be released tomorrow. It's quite concerning.
Ick.
I know.
Yeah, SBF and his girlfriend are about to have a sex tape drop by an FTX insider, supposedly.
Oh, boy.
This was posted on the website yesterday. SBF and Caroline Alameda must be held accountable. 11/18/2022, which is tomorrow.
Oh, there she is.
Their sex tape will be released on this uncensorable webpage.
There she is. Yeah. All right. So
everybody's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So, but read that. It says videos from the polycule will bring transparency and humility to the space. Yeah. So I had to look that word up. Yeah. Apparently, it's going to involve a lot of people.
Really?
On the old video.
Okay.
So
I understand that he's got
don't do that.
A number
please,
of
sir.
girls that live with him, right, in the Bahamas.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Got like a harem or something.
We see his taste, so I'm sure it'll be a wonderful tape.
I'm sure it will.
So that could drop tomorrow, apparently.
Good, great, that's wonderful. Will it make them all stars? Pretty soon they'll have a reality show on MTV, and it'll be good for them. They'll make more money than they made before.
Deep inside FTX. Deep inside.
I mean, sex tapes have created millionaires out of people. Kardashians.
Gosh, man.
So, man, I mean, bizarre.
That's true.
Also, how long are we going to continue to hear about the voter suppression? And then when it actually gets to a vote and you have record numbers of people show up at the polls, and somehow that still doesn't matter. No, you're still suppressing the vote. Don't confuse voter turnout with access. Wait, what? Okay, you have to have access in order to vote.
You were quoting Stacey Abrams.
Yes, that was her excuse. Because Georgia, again, had a massive turnout. In fact, it was record-breaking. Jeez. And so last year, of course, everybody was bashing Georgia. A Major League Baseball wouldn't allow was it the All-Star game?
Correct.
I believe it was the All-Star game.
So the Braves had to go out and win the World Series to make up for it.
Which they did. And you notice Major League Baseball covered that. But you had Coke jump into it. You had all these major corporations. Delta Airlines was one of them. And then it turns out, far from Jim Crow on steroids, there's not only is there not suppression, there's record turnout of the vote. And still, to the Democrats, to the left, to the media, that doesn't matter at all. They just keep hammering the same lie. Nothing makes any difference.
What do you think Stacey Abrams is going to end up doing now? Writing more novels? Oh, yeah.
Oh, if only. Wow. He's still my beating heart.
Yeah, right.
I long for more of her prose. Don't you?
Oh, boy. Let's get a book out now.
She must be working on that, because what else is she going to do? And with all this election denierism that's supposed to be so bad and so toxic, is she going to be able to claim that anymore? I don't think so. All right. More Pat Gray Unleashed just around the corner. Great to have you back with us. We've got some tweets here from Don't Jump. Don't jump. Not a joke. Don't jump. Your voter suppression is real, except when the voter turnout is better than expected. From Devin Crossley, I think something fishy is going on Pat Unleashed. First, Arizona doesn't have ink. Now the ink is out this morning on the show. Wow.
Busted.
Christopher tweets, maybe there's a Ukrainian intern spy working on Joe's staff, typing out his speeches and his speech notes. Send Zelensky another $20 billion here.
That's right.
There's no other rational explanation for these incredible numbers.
Yeah. I love the meme there. Brings back Dr. Fauci's crappy pitch. Ukraine, with their missile, ends up over here in Poland instead of the intended target, the Russia.
Yeah, on the right side, behind the plate would be Russia. Poland would be over here.
Yeah.
And that's where the pitch went.
Yeah.
As Fauci represents Ukraine.
And it's thought that they were trying to shoot down like a Russian missile or something like that. But oh my gosh, I've got to read you this quote from Zelensky because he jumped in front of a camera 5 seconds after this missile landed in Poland. He got on tape and he said, quote, "Terror is not limited to our national borders. Russian missiles hit Poland. To fire missiles at NATO territory, this is a Russian missile attack on collective security. This is a very significant escalation. We must act."
tried desperately to get us to just send troops. Just fight this war for us, won't
I'm
you?
beginning to wonder if the missile was just lobbed there on purpose to try to get this going with the Western countries showing up with our troops.
I mean, Zelensky's holding fast to the fact that it was Russian.
I can't with this guy.
Because he knows NATO will have to act if that's the case. If Russia is attacking a NATO ally, a NATO member, of course we're going to get into this. He wants nothing more than that.
I know, and I saw an estimate yesterday that, you know how we go back and forth. We're trying to figure out how much have we spent on that country.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has got it figured up to $100 billion now.
Yeah.
$100 billion?
I know.
What the hell?
That's why I keep saying these $18, $19 billion things are so far-fetched. They're way, way low. Yeah, I've seen the estimates of $100 billion.
So why is it that the left freaks out when a city decides to build a stadium?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, man, you sure could help homeless people out with that cash. Man, you sure could help the community. You could feed people. People are going hungry right now. You could give gas cards, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, no. If it's going to Ukraine, then we're cool. We're cool with you printing money to send over there. I just can't with this.
Yeah, and it's these Democrats that have become these war hawks, warmongers. Man, they want to get into this badly. I think even Biden wouldn't mind. He'd love to send troops, and I think he'd do it if he thought he could get away with it with the American people. It's just that we're so done fighting other people's wars. Stop it. By the way, did you see that the Bob Saget autopsy has come out now? Finally, it was January when he died, right? And earlier this week, Saget's family released a statement saying the beloved actor and comedian died from head trauma. The authorities have determined that Bob passed from head trauma. They have concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something, thought nothing of it, and went to sleep. No drugs or alcohol were involved. Experts don't really think that that's possible. The autopsy shows that his injuries were way more severe than just falling down, thinking nothing of it, and going to bed. This was not a slip and fall accident, they said. Far from a head bump that might have been shrugged off, the autopsy described an unmistakably serious set of injuries that would, at the very least, probably left somebody confused, brain experts said. This is significant trauma. According to Gavin Britz, who's a director of Houston Methodist Neurological Institute, this is something I find with someone with a baseball bat to the head, or who has fallen from 20 or 30 feet to the back of his head. Wow. So he took a baseball bat to the back of his head, thought nothing of it, and just went to bed. Right?
Look.
Yeah, I get hit in the back of the head with baseball bats all the time.
I was going to say, I'm probably a bad example for this exercise because I'm always injuring myself.
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling me that does happen, where you get hit in the back of the head?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, with a baseball bat?
Yeah, like where does this happen?
Somebody
to you?
swings it really hard and smashes you and fractures your skull
why are
in
people...
multiple places.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times I just sleep it off. I'll just go to bed.
So,
you know what? I got a little bit of a headache, but I'm just going to go to bed. Night, everybody.
So Bob not as lucky as you typically are with the head trauma.
Because he never woke up after thinking nothing of it. I mean, they said multiple fractures to the skull, a subdural hematoma, and additional hemorrhaging. All of that. And not quite just a simple bump on the head. Like he didn't just bang into a counter, when you forget that the door's been opened. And, ow, dang it, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't something like that.
And early on, we tried to give the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe, it's probably a nice hotel room.
Right.
He probably doesn't have like the particle board counter in the bathroom sink area. It's probably marble.
Right.
Maybe he dropped a coin or something down under there. Or, I don't know. His keys or something. And then he has to bend down. Oh, crack my head.
And then he comes up too fast, bangs his head.
And we thought, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. There's a...
But no.
No,
it doesn't look like that.
And you said that it's according to these head trauma experts, it's either a bat to the back of the head or a 20 to 30 foot fall.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
Right. Yes.
Pat Gray.
Okay.
how often do you suffer a 20 to 30 foot fall and then try to sleep that off?
Not as often as the baseball bat.
The baseball bat happens more often than the falling?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
It does. A lot of people are just pissed at me, I guess. So they come up behind me and take a swing.
That's not nice.
Hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat. It's really not nice.
As your friend, I'm pissed for you.
It's gotten to the point where I just think nothing of it. And I just go to bed. I mean, it could be noon. But if somebody hits me in the back of the head with a baseball bat,
nap time.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's
sad.
It's very sad, and it's also very strange.
Yeah, really messed up.
We're going to know the truth?
Something's super wrong. Doesn't look like it.
This is insanity.
I mean, it's taken almost a year to get to this point where you had multiple fractures of his skull. Oh, and he just blew that off and went to bed? Yeah. Okay. And that's your explanation?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No more questions.
Okay. This is like a KJP explanation. Yeah, Bob. I'm looking through my book. Bob, I've got a note on this.
Oh, you got a note? Okay, cool.
I got a note. We talked about this earlier. Yeah, Bob bumped his head and then went to bed. Okay, so that's the only information I have on it at this time. You know, maybe we'll circle back to it if any other information becomes available. But right now, that's all we have.
Do you remember? We played it at the time, and I'm just trying to look for it. Oh gosh, just a few months, I think, right before this happened to him, before he bumped his head, and went to sleep. Do you remember he was on his wife's podcast?
Yes. Yes. And he mentioned something about her killing him?
Yeah. Or she
do
bring it up?
remember that. One of them brought it up.
Yeah,
and they did discuss it.
I'm trying to find the exact context of that.
Now, obviously, we're not alleging.
No. It's just
but
strange.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah, so he died in January 9th, 2022. And in October of 2021...
So just like 4 months before.
And
what was said? Do you have the quote?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Because it's really interesting.
February 16th. Okay, so February 16th. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So in October, gosh, this is not a good site here. The original segment. We're going to have to play this tomorrow. We'll just play this tomorrow. But basically, he said something like, I'm going to be dead in bed. Yeah, I don't have long to live, because his wife liked mafia movies or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah, I guess I don't have long to live. I'm going to be dead in bed.
Right. It was in
Something
relation
like that,
to the fact that she loves to watch mafia movies.
Yeah, something like that.
And
We're
so
going to play this tomorrow.
Weird.
Very weird.
Just really
this
weird.
This whole thing is weird, and I hate it.
From the beginning. Yeah, I hate unsolved things like this, and there's just so many of them lately. A lot of unsolved stuff that I just want the answer to. Meanwhile, Chucky Schumer already has big plans for the Senate's, work when they reconvene in January with the new numbers. And one of them is amnesty. What a great idea. Huh. Yeah, let's toss that around, Chucky.
Now more than ever, we're short of workers. We have a population that is not reproducing it on its own with the same level that it used to. The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
11.
Oh my gosh. So he's bringing back up amnesty for 11 million. And really, come on. The number has been 11 million, literally, I promise you, since we first got together in 2001 in Houston, Texas, they were using the 11 million figure. What? It has stayed exactly the same in the last 21 years? No, Chucky. You're talking 30 or 40 million people here.
What was October numbers? 250,000?
In 1 month, yeah.
In 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month. Those are just the ones we encountered with Border Patrol. So who knows how many. They used to say it was a 3-to-1 ratio, that 3, for every one they caught, 3 get through.
Okay.
You do that math, and it's really stunning.
Yeah, and it's gee, I can't. I mean, this is. The House better find some gonads real fast.
Yeah, we're going to need Republicans to really do their job this time. You're going to have to really stop some stuff.
How much faith you got over there?
None. Almost none. Like a 1% chance.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, what is the higher likelihood? Okay, that Republicans get a spine here in the next Congress, or Bob Saget hit his head on a sink.
I think Bob Saget
is more likely,
the bigger likelihood.
To be accurate. Oh, wait, Kayla found this clip of Bob Saget and his wife.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
Yeah, this is from some podcast. Here it is.
And I know you love to also pepper in movies because you love the movies, and of course I love movies too.
Pepper in movies. I live for movies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but
right.
And as I said, I absolutely love movies as well.
You love 5 movies. You love Big Lebowski every day. You could watch Big Lebowski 4 times a day.
The Godfather, Wayne's World, Godfather 2, Goodfellas, Casino, Scarface. But,
so I don't have long to live. These are your favorites. I'm going to be found dead in bed.
You better watch out.
That kind of leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
Less than 3 months later.
Guy's dead in bed with a little bump on his head. Dead in bed with a bump to the head. Ouch.
Ouch.
That, Your Honor, Exhibit A. I swear.
Weird.
That couldn't have played out worse.
I know. I know. Jeez. All right. We got to get into a conversation that Dianne Feinstein had with a reporter. Fascinating stuff. We'll tell you about that and a lot more coming up. First, let me tell you about preborn. You know, it's just a staggering statistic that 1 out of 5 Americans will never have a chance to live outside the womb. Phew. 20%. Because of abortion. They're going to be aborted. Leading cause of infant death throughout the world, 1.5 billion worldwide, 65 million here in the U.S. All of this just since 1973. How do you stop the carnage? How? The Ministry of Preborn and Blaze Media are partnering to help rescue 50,000 babies. The most effective thing we've found, those of us in the pro-life movement, is to show the expectant mother an ultrasound so they can see what is happening inside the womb, so that they can hear the baby's heartbeat, so that they have that connection. And when they do, 80% of the time they choose life. And that's when Preborn then provides maternity and baby clothes and diapers and car seats, counseling if they need it, all of that free of charge because of your donation. Please help them continue their work. To donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or just go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
All right, let me tell you about this. Welcome to the Pat Gray Unleashed program, by the way. Let me just tell you about this little conversation that Dianne Feinstein just had with insider reporter Brian Metzger. He approached her on Tuesday this week to confirm Feinstein's decision about whether or not she wants to be pro tem. Okay, she's in line to be the next Senate pro tem. And here's the problem. She had no idea she'd talked to somebody about this last week. She said, I've never thought about being the president pro tem, and I have no interest in it at all at this time. Okay, that's what she said to the Washington Post last month. I've never thought about it. I got no interest in it. So Brian Metzger asks her about that. And here's what she says. Well, I haven't thought about it, but I'll let you know when I do. I just got back. I've got a lot of issues. So the reporter says, wait a minute. You already told reporters that you have no interest. She says, I don't know what you're saying. Well, this is about the Senate pro tem position. Well, I haven't said anything about that I know of.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And to his credit, he keeps going. You were asked about it over the break, and you put out a statement saying that you had no intention of running for it. Oh, well, okay then. I guess it's out.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, she's clearly
not capable of this job.
Capable of the job. She has some sort of dementia. I don't know if it's Alzheimer's, but many people have come out clearly and said, look, she's not there part of the time. She's just not there.
Gosh.
But since, they like it, I guess, in the president, they like it in Dianne Feinstein. They like a similar situation in their new senator, John Fetterman. I think we're going for a dementia-garchy right now. And until we get the dementia-garchy, the Democrats are not going to be happy.
There's your title, Daniel. Dementia-garchy. Oh, my gosh. She's 89 years old.
89, yeah.
Patrick Leahy retiring, so that puts her in line. And it sounds like Schumer is skipping over her and going to Patty Murray for that role now.
Yeah. Yeah, Patty Murray's next in line. She's 72. She's a spry young
sure.
pup.
72 is the
72.
New 71, I hear. Oh, my gosh. It's embarrassing.
Ludicrous.
It's embarrassing as a nation.
It's embarrassing, and it's national suicide.
Yeah.
And Can we please stop?
I don't care what party you're in. I don't care what party Dianne Feinstein's in. This is embarrassing.
Well, it's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable, yes. Dementia-garchy.
That's what we've got going on now. Yeah. So the more people with dementia running for office, the better it is for us.
The better it is.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, white, black, red, or brown, all have common ground. We're looking for somebody with dementia. And if you can find them, run them for office, we'll vote for them and put them in D.C. immediately.
Yeah, and you can skip past dementia and just have a stroke.
Okay, yes.
And grow something out the side of your head, and we'll give you a 6-year term in the U.S. Senate.
Those are the benefits of having a dementia-garchy. So, good luck, America.
Help us.
We're doing well. We're doing really, really well. Somebody who's getting a real hard time right now is Candace Cameron Bure. Have you seen the controversy over her?
Oh, wow. It's not twice in one show you get 2 Full House references.
Oh, right. Yeah, we just had Bob Saget.
How great is this?
Right. So, former Hallmark star Candace Cameron Bure left that network just recently, I think during the spring. It was April. She announced she's leaving Hallmark after more than a dozen years. And get this, 30 of those Christmas movies. So she was there for 12 years. That's over 2 a year she's been pumping out for Hallmark.
My word.
Unreal. Bure was a fan favorite, especially in the Christmas-themed movies. She must have done some others other than Christmas. But Hallmark has veered leftward in recent years, promising to include more LGBTQIA2+ content in its otherwise family-friendly movies. This year, Hallmark will even include a movie with an LGBTQ romance as its central focus. That movie, The Holiday Sitter, will debut on December 11th. So, Bure has said, and how dare she do this, Hallmark has become a completely different network than it had been a decade earlier. And she attributed the change in network identity to a change of leadership. So they did. The person at the top is different now. And they used to be super family friendly and didn't go for sexual preference and all of that. But now they do. And they got to put it, I guess, in every Christmas movie. I've already noticed that, that seems to be a deal in many of them. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But Candace Cameron Bure shouldn't have to deal with it if she doesn't want to. So she left that for another network. Crown Media, I guess, started a network, and she signed a deal with them, Great American Family Network, or the GAC network. They're going to compete with Hallmark for audiences looking for, more traditionally themed Christmas movies. And so she's getting just hammered on social media. She's a bigot. She's a hater. God. She's a homophobe.
For making a personal decision about the direction she wants her career to go.
Yes.
It offends someone else that isn't even affected by it.
Everyone must do the the pride genuflect, I guess. You've got to, if they want you to do a gay movie, you better do a gay movie. In fact, a series of them. Even if you don't want to, it doesn't matter. In fact, you're a hater if you don't want to. I mean, not everybody has to make gay movies, right? It's a fraction of our audience, of the populace, actually. And that's, I mean, if Hallmark wants to do it, then the people who watch the channel will either choose to watch it or turn it off. One of the two. But to assail everybody who doesn't want to be involved in that way, it's just despicable. Leave her alone.
Yeah, and it just shows how disingenuous that group is when they are offended by everything, go out of their way to make sure that they cause problems for people that make decisions. When they constantly preach that you should be allowed to have the freedom to make your own personal decisions, live your best life, do what you want to do, and this radical conglomerate on the left here that refuses to allow someone like her to do this in her own life.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're not like us. Well, then screw you. We're going to make your life a living hell.
And she didn't even bash
Right. She didn't go
anybody. As she left, as she went out the door, she just said, I'm just going to go over here and I'm more comfortable with it.
That's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
You can't be left alone.
That's unbelievable. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Cookies, anyone? Seriously, it'll make everything better. I mean, it won't change the majority in the Senate, but it might make you forget about it for a minute. Delicious cookies, like the I think our most popular right now is the sweet potato pie cookie. Really delicious.
It's a good one.
Also, the chocolate ginger, one of my favorites. That's been a holiday staple in our house for a long time, but Jackie's made it even better now, and you got to try it. Plus a whole plethora of other cookies. I'm just looking at our website, and we've got this really adorable photo of my grandson, one of my grandsons, right on the front page there with chocolate all over his face.
Oh, nice. You should have sent that in, man.
Yeah. So anyway, Kexi.com, KEKSI.com, best cookies on the face of the planet. Separately adding to any disarray that's going on in our Congress and in our country right now, at least one GOP lawmaker mixed up his planned vote for the first and second ballots in the highly competitive whip race. Oops, I meant to vote for the other guy. Come on. What are you, 4? But the lawmaker in question intended to choose Representative Drew Ferguson from Georgia for the first ballot, but instead voted for Tom Emmer, a Republican from Minnesota. That one vote, had it been cast as intended, could have led to a different outcome in the whip battle. Since Ferguson ended up on the first ballot, one vote behind Emmer, eliminating him from the contest, and eventually National Republican Congressional Committee Chair prevailed on the second ballot against Jim Banks.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we got that.
Yeah, and Banks, I don't know a lot about him. I just know he's against this endless funding of Ukraine.
Oh, is he?
I know that he wants to investigate Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
And the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So it would have been nice having him in that role, but unfortunately, somebody messed up their ballots.
Dummies.
I mean, the GOP, you continue to amaze us.
Yeah.
Oh, do we want to see this video of Mitch McConnell?
I do. He's got a message for the administration. Okay. And here it is.
In terms of their lives. And so my message to the administration, and you saw some of it this year, let's find some things between the 40-yard lines that we can agree on and do them. And we did some of that this year. Infrastructure, CHIPS, school safety, mental health.
School safety, mental health.
We need to make some progress for the American people, but it's going to have to be in the political center.
Yes.
If the House becomes Republican,
Just keep it between
there's
the
no
40
more
yard line.
one party running over us like they did through reconciliation.
There's no more running through us. We're going to keep it between the 40s. So we're just going to be milquetoast as we always have. We're just going to vote right down the middle. Remember when you used to dial down the middle with Carrot Top? We're just going to legislate down the middle.
So you're going to give Joe Biden victories
yes.
going into a re-election campaign.
Yes, that's right. That's what we're going to do.
Victories that are doing no good for America.
Yeah, do you have a problem with that, Keith? What's your problem?
Yeah, I'd kind of like you to be that fail-safe, that backstop to stop some Marxism as opposed to just playing between the 40s and giving us a little bit of Marxism.
Who doesn't like Marxism? Marxism leads to equality, is what that does. What do you like, rich people? Is that what your deal is? I don't even understand what you're saying.
So this is what we've got. Again.
This guy is more bold after probably losing seats in the Senate.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
He needs to shut up. Let the House do stuff.
He needs to retire and go home.
He needs to let the House lead the way and lead the agenda on the Senate.
Why is it, Kentucky?
Republicans.
Why do you keep sending this guy back? Why? By all that is good, right, and holy, when you could do so much better. In these red states, we don't have to settle for people like this, and yet we do all the time. Alaska settles for Lisa Murkowski every time. Why? Why?
It's frustrating.
It really is.
It sure is. I'm so frustrated right now. First of all, I look like a turtle, and then I sound like this.
I'm glad you recognize that, Mitch.
Oh, man. Hey, more bad news. Disneyland's raising their prices for their tickets and their annual passes. So you got that going for you, too. Walt Disney is raising the prices, and that's going to happen as soon as next month. Starting December 8th, Disney will implement park-specific pricing on one-day, one-park tickets. However, when park goers buy a one-day ticket for a specific date and theme park, a theme park reservation will now automatically be made. Oh, are they going to limit the size of the crowds? I think that's what they're trying to do here.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting. Tickets for Magic Kingdom will cost the most because there's such high demand for the park. A one-day ticket for the Magic Kingdom will range from $124 to $189. Tickets will cost closer to the $189 price point, specifically during the week of Christmas and New Year's.
Is it higher? Is it higher for white people? I hope.
Oh, I hope so.
Is that because there's a range there? It sounds like.
Right. Yes.
So okay.
Well, Whitey should pay double or triple the price others pay.
Absolutely.
More than 99% of its one-day, one-park tickets will be under $189. Okay. All right.
Okay.
One-day ticket will range between $114 and $179 for Epcot, between $124 and $179 for Disney's Hollywood
So
Studios.
this is Disneyland.
Is it World?
No, Hollywood. Disney World.
Yeah, it's Disney
that's
World.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just. I think it's going to apply to both here because I was just kind of messing around here with some tickets at Disneyland. I didn't catch the Hollywood Studios part. Let's see here. So if you buy before the price increase date, it's and I just did a simple one-person ticket to Disneyland, $144. The following week, it's $159. Then it was $179. That may be because it's around Christmas. Let me just look at January. Oh, wow. No. January's down to $104. Ooh, dirt cheap.
Wow.
Dirt cheap, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What's the Pirate Pass? That's going to cost $749. That's up from $699.
Oh, gosh. What is a Pirate Pass?
$749 for the Pirate Pass.
Okay. Do I get a ship? What comes with that?
I don't know.
What is a Pirate Pass?
Then you can get a Pixie Pass, too, which is still available for new customers.
Okay.
That's going to stay at $400.
Okay, so here's the Pirate Pass.
Actually, you'll get change from your $400 bill. It's only $399.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't want to exaggerate there.
Thank you. With this pass, you get access to all 4 theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Disney Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Disney's Animal
Pirate?
Kingdom. Yeah.
Okay.
With park hopping,
Wow.
I think that's just a fancy way of saying the hopper.
It's
am I right?
it's the all park all for 4 days. Is that what it is?
And a winch. I missed that. There's a pirate winch that comes with the pirate pass.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
I don't know. There's just so much, man. I just can't keep up with all this stuff.
I mean, that's expensive. When you're talking about $700,
how does a family do that?
$750 a piece, and this is just to get into the park. That doesn't include your food, your lodging, your transportation, all of that stuff. I mean, that's why you got a family of 4. You can count on, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000 for a vacation at Disneyland, Disney World. Either one of them. That's a lot. A little bit steep, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know how a family does that.
I don't either.
And it's easy just to say, well, you know what? Stop supporting trans kids. So I guess, sorry, kids, we can't go. Don't tell them we can't afford it. We're taking a stand. We're taking a stand against they support trans kids and terrible education.
Yeah.
Don't tell them we can't afford it. Tell them we're taking a stand. I don't know how you do this. I wouldn't know how you would pay for such a trip like that.
Let me tell you about Rough Greens, though. Here's how you do this. Rough Greens will send you a bag of their Rough Greens product for free. Just a sample bag that you can sprinkle on top of your dog's food. See if your dog likes it, because when you find out they like it, in my case, my dog loves it, then you're going to be putting back all the vitamins and minerals and probiotics and antioxidants that your dog needs to be happy and healthy and active. And so not only do they love the taste, it's actually really, really good for them. So try it out for a couple of days. See if it's right for your dog. If so, then jump in with both feet and watch the changes occur in your dog. You can get that free bag of Rough Greens for your dog to try out. All you have to pay is the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com, or call 833-783-3364.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Have you noticed the New York Post's handling of the announcement that Donald Trump just made? You see it yesterday? You read about that? You see it in the
What did it
paper
say,
today?
Jay?
Kevin, in the New York
Hey,
Post.
how's your
you see
face
that?
feeling, man?
It's a little hot right now. Yeah, that's a sad story.
Well, yeah, it's
I guess
skin
he had to have
grafts.
skin grafts and all that. Yeah.
Second
I mean, he
and-
kind of downplayed it, but it sounds pretty serious.
Second and third degree burns.
Oof, not good.
Love you, Jay.
So he, let me just point this out to the New York Post.
Okay.
They endorsed, you might remember, they endorsed Donald Trump in 2020.
Okay.
Seems like they're kind of done with him now. And when he made his announcement the next day, which would have been yesterday, right? Yesterday, at the bottom of the front page,
Oh, no.
they had
Oh, no.
Florida man makes announcement. See details, page 26.
No.
Yeah.
Was it? It wasn't his picture or anything?
No. Well, yeah, I think they did include a picture. I think they did. But then you go to page 26, and they described him as a Florida retiree.
Oh, come on.
A Florida retiree and avid golfer.
No.
With a classified documents library at his Mar-a-Lago home and membership club.
This ain't, I don't like it. I mean, it's funny, but I don't like it.
It is funny.
He's a former president of the United States. You show respect.
It's disrespectful.
It sure is.
No doubt about it. They said with just 720 days to go before the next election, a Florida retiree made the surprise announcement he was running for president.
That honestly, I want to laugh, but that
But
shows.
you're pissed.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying that you're doing your paper no service.
That's true.
If
That's
you're going to
true.
treat this like it's just some rando who said, I'm going to be president someday.
Well, obviously they're going to war with Trump.
Obviously.
It also described Trump as being famous. He's famous for gold-plated lobbies and for firing people on reality television. His qualifications for office include being a stable genius.
All right.
Oh, my gosh.
Man, they are. This is, I mean.
They threw down. And you know Trump's not going to just sit back and take that.
No.
So, yeah, they're not going to be.
I don't think the New York Post
friendly.
is the only ones going to war with Trump. I just think it's because isn't that Rupert Murdoch's deal?
Yeah.
Okay, because Fox News yesterday, during the break, we were sitting here during a commercial break, and I noted that it was Mike Pence on the curvy couch with Fox News.
Right. The
Fox
day after Trump's announcement.
And I'm like, hey, guys, the day after Trump's announcement, shouldn't we be seeing a picture of Trump at the bottom of the screen with a telephone live on the line?
Yes. And that shows you that they're going the other way.
Wow.
They're throwing down, too.
And just to be, can we point out, Ron DeSantis hasn't even hinted that he's going to run for president.
Well, there's only one person in the world running for president, and that's Donald Trump right now. He's the only one that's officially announced.
And I can't wait. We're going to find out, after Joe talks it over with Dr. Jill, we're going to find out after Christmas and the new year, is he going to run again? Oh.
Yeah. Jeez.
Bro.
If it's up to Dr. Jill, of course he's going to run again. She's a power-hungry person.
Yeah, it depends on how much she's enjoying.
Some other words,
You had some more?
adjectives.
Oh, okay.
I did, but I chose not to use
We'll
them.
join you on Pat Gray Overtime today.
Right.
For other words, I hope.
For other words.
Yeah.
So yesterday, a reporter asked Ron DeSantis about a possible civil war in the Republican Party. Fortunately, DeSantis has a cooler head prevailing here. He said everyone needs to just chill out. Mm-hmm. But kind of interesting to see how the polls among Republicans have changed.
They sure have. Kayla, do we have that list of polls from after the election? Look at that, state by state.
The group Political Polls has surveyed Republican voters in Iowa. Obviously, an important state since it's first up. DeSantis leads 48-37 over Trump. In New Hampshire, DeSantis 52, Trump 37.
Okay, so plus 11 in Iowa, plus 15 for DeSantis in New Hampshire.
Get this, in Georgia, DeSantis 55, Trump 35. That's a 20-point difference. And in Florida, DeSantis 56, Trump 30. He's up by 26 in Florida. Now, of course, all of that can change, but it's pretty interesting.
Sure is. Yeah, and that Florida number kind of parallels. We've got a poll running right now. I think I retweeted it under yours as well.
Oh, was it 59-29?
Yeah, right now.
DeSantis.
Yeah, so we're going to leave that open for a little while longer, and then we'll have the totals tomorrow. But yeah, so plus 30 with this audience.
Wow. Plus 30.
For DeSantis. 59-29.
That is interesting. 11% want somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know who that would be, quite honestly.
And
who could that be?
I don't know if it's a joke or what's going on there. Someone's being cute there. 1% want Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's somebody just being a smart aleck,
I'm sure I've got Joe Biden followers on Twitter. I don't think so.
But I don't know anybody else other than, DeSantis who could compete with Trump at this point. People might say Mike Pence. I don't think Pence. There's no passion for Pence.
That is
no
nothing
passion
there.
No. He's a suit. He's an empty suit. That's all he is.
Which is exactly, oh gosh, now I get it. Which is exactly what the GOP want. The party leaders, they want their guy in there. They rubber stamp their
they can push him
stupid
around.
rhino crap.
Tell him what to do.
Oh no. Oh, follow the money.
I mean, already look at how Mitch McConnell is acting. He's already telling him we're just going to go down the middle. Okay, yeah, that'll be great. Thank you for nothing. So maybe it's Pence. The only other one I can really think of that would give any kind of fight is Ted Cruz. Oh, Marco Rubio, perhaps. Maybe all the same guys run again. You know who's making noise about it is Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia. And
really?
I don't know that he has a national profile yet. Does anybody know who he is?
Yeah.
I bet if you look at nationwide polls, most people would not know him.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Marco Rubio runs. Because it feels like he almost didn't run for re-election to the Senate. Wasn't there talk that he was going to just right away? It feels like, I don't know. I don't recall all the details, but it feels like he almost just said, call it a career.
Yeah.
So maybe he got reelected so that he could run again. Who knows?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Right now, it looks like the only two who have any oxygen in their rooms are Trump and DeSantis.
Wait, are you saying Biden doesn't? I mean, look at what
just on the Republican side.
Oh,
but
okay. I was gonna say
certainly no. We shut off the oxygen to his brain a long time ago.
The evidence,
that's pretty clear.
Evidence is clear.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Pretty darn clear.
Okay, so how? Okay, obviously, you just said Trump and DeSantis are the two
biggies
apart from the pack there on the right. What do you think the Democrat Party does if Biden says, "Definitely, I'm running. I'm running"? Do you think they support him?
They're going to have to. Yeah, they'll have to. Okay. Especially if Trump is in it. So the alternative, they'll support Biden.
That might be Joe Biden has a hot head and he really thinks 81 million people love him. Trump running might be what convinces Biden to run. So the Biden go,
maybe.
Oh, okay, well, let's do this little rematch.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, come on. What did he say? You want to meet me outside? What did he say to that one guy?
Look, fat.
Yeah, well, there's so many encounters. Fat. Guy has a anger issue for sure. But I could totally see that. He's only going to run because Trump has declared.
I could see that.
Man.
I could absolutely see that.
It's like which party, if Biden decides to run, which party's going to have the bigger issue on their hands?
Plus, the destruction of America is not quite complete, and he wants to finish the job.
That's right, yeah.
But he's doing a really good job so far of destroying the country. They love to brag about the cost of items for special occasions like they did last year with the, 16-cent savings at
July 4th. Yeah. What did you spend it on?
Well, I invested it. I invested my 16 cents.
Into FTT? that coin?
Yes.
FTX? Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Uh-huh. Well, that's worth zero. I did go back and look at the little price chart on that, and that coin went from, where did it max out? But it's down to, just literally nothing.
Single digits?
Yeah.
Is it that low?
It's in pennies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's sad, man.
But here's the cost of your Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
This is what you'll probably pay this year. I guess it depends on where you live, but still. They did a survey and found the average cost. Okay, so this is the average. It's not for any specific area. It's holiday meal for 10 is $64.05. That's up from $53.31 last year. Wow, almost $11. That's pretty significant. It's the most expensive dinner in the 37 years that this holiday survey
has happened. It better taste like it then.
Yeah, right.
Get back in the kitchen if it doesn't.
The shopping list is from the Farm Bureau's informal survey, includes turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, rolls with butter, peas, cranberries, a veggie tray, and ingredients for a pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Now, you can, for me, skip the veggie tray and we'll save some money.
Oh, yeah, totally.
The details, though, a 16-pound turkey costs $28.96, $5 more than last year. Wow. 21% more than the average cost of a year ago. And $9.50 more than 2 years ago. Oh, my gosh. Some of the other staples, 14-ounce bag of cubed stuffing mix, $3.88. That's up 69%.
Cubed.
2 frozen pie crusts, up 26%. Half a pint of whipping cream, up 26%. A pound of frozen peas, up 23%. Yeah, you can skip those. And we'll save.
That's how you're going to save money.
We'll save $1.90.
Look at you, helpful
right?
cost-saving tips from Pat Gray. Where else are you going to get that ahead of Thanksgiving? So I looked up that FTT token. Or
FTX?
FTX. Let's see here. It was $79.53 in September.
Okay. $79.53.
Of 2021. That's where we maxed out there.
And now?
And you can see how it... Whoops! You can
it's
see
a little bit lower now.
I could never be a weatherman. Yeah. See how? Look at that!
It's a little bit lower.
It's now $1.49. So from $79.53 to $1.49 per coin.
Wow.
And so many there's teachers groups. People have invested so much into that FTT token offered through FTX.
So you probably won't want to use that token to buy any of these Thanksgiving products.
Yikes.
Dinner rolls.
Dinner rolls.
$3.73. My wife makes homemade ones, so we don't have to worry about this. I'm going to save you some money here, too. That's up 22%.
Okay.
A 30-ounce can of pumpkin pie mix, $4.28. That's up 18%. But here's what the Biden administration will talk about. A 12-ounce bag of fresh cranberries will only cost you $2.57. That's down 14% from last year.
Wait for the cranberry tweet.
So if you only eat cranberries for Thanksgiving, you're going to save 14%. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, chocolate rations going up.
All right, we'll see you on Overtime, and then back here to finish off the week with Jeffy tomorrow on Pat Gray Unleashed.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.